Welcome to Mythbusters. The South China Sea is one of the world's most tense flashpoints. Two nations, the Philippines and China, are locked in a high-stakes territorial dispute. The core myth. Today, we tackle a myth that dominates headlines and defense circles. Is there a real air dominance showdown between the Philippines and China? We often see dramatic clips of near misses and aggressive maneuvers. The narrative suggests that David versus Goliath air war is imminent. But what does the reality look like beyond the headlines? Historical context and key terminology. Host. To bust this myth, we first need context. The South China Sea dispute isn't new. It's driven by economic interests, vast natural resources, and crucially, air power. Air dominance isn't just about the number of planes. It's about projection of power, reconnaissance, deterrence, and air defense identification zones, ADIZs. The Philippines has a mutual defense treaty with the US. China has sheer size. Breaking down the forces, the raw numbers. We're breaking down the air forces into three measurable factors: inventory, quality, and reach/infrastructure. China's PLA Air Force, the Goliath. Let's look at the numbers. China's PLAF is arguably the second largest air force globally. Thousands of aircraft, crucially, hundreds of modern 4th and 5th generation fighters like the J-10, J-16, and the stealth J-20. Modern, indigenously developed aircraft, significant capability in electronic warfare, and advanced beyond visual range missiles. Crucially, China has built and fortified air bases on man-made islands in the disputed area, giving them unsinkable aircraft carriers and a massive operational radius. This is a game changer for air dominance. The Philippines Air Force. Now, the Philippines. Historically, the path was designed for internal security. It's undergone modernization, but from a much smaller base. The path is much smaller. Its key fighters are the FA-50PH Fighting Eagle light fighters. Excellent for training and light interception, but not a true multi-role fighter in the class of a J-16. Its modernization focus is on coastal patrol, maritime awareness, and basic interception. The FA-50s are supersonic, but they lack the heavy payload and BVR missile capability of their Chinese counterparts. Operating from established traditional air bases, limited ability to sustain long-duration patrols deep into the South China Sea without U.S. or allied logistical support. Myth-busting, analysis, and reality check. The term showdown suggests a near-equal capability contest. Verdict? Busted. The conventional military gap is enormous. The path's role in the South China Sea is currently air presence and maritime domain awareness, primarily to monitor and document incursions. It is not equipped for sustained air-to-air combat against the PLAF. Any direct, unilateral air-to-air confrontation would be a mismatch. Air dominance is China's alone? Does this mean China already has total air dominance? Verdict: nuanced. If the Philippines stood alone, yes, but here's the game changer: alliances. The U.S.-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty, MDT, the Philippines is not alone. The U.S. has explicitly stated its commitment to defend the Philippines. The presence of U.S. Air Force, Navy, and allied aircraft, Japan, Australia, in the region is the primary deterrent. China's air dominance is a reality, but it is contested and deterred by the combined air power of the US-led coalition. The real air showdown, gray zone conflict. Forget the F-16 versus J-20 dogfight. The real air showdown is happening in the gray zone. This involves close intercepts of Philippine patrol aircraft by Chinese fighters, drone and surveillance operations, and the use of maritime patrol aircraft, MPA, to harass vessels. This is a psychological and informational war where the air forces are used to assert control without firing a shot. The goal is to force the Philippine side to back down simply through intimidation and presence. The future and conclusion. Host, how does the path counter a massive force? They can't match China plane by plane. Their strategy is shifting to deterrence by denial. Integrated air defense systems, IADS, like acquiring surface-to-air missiles, SAMs, to make their main bases too costly to attack. Acquiring long-range coastal defense systems to threaten Chinese ships and bases. And most importantly, deepening alliances for interoperability. The strategic danger. Host, the greatest danger of this air tension is not a planned war, but a miscalculation. An aggressive intercept, a mechanical failure, or a pilot error could rapidly spiral into a major conflict. The lack of clear communication and the high frequency of close encounters make this a dangerous environment. Final verdict, the myth re-examined. So back to our myth, Mythbusters, Philippines versus China Air Dominance Showdown. The myth of a conventional plane-on-plane showdown is busted. The imbalance is too great. The reality is a complex, high-stakes air presence and deterrence battle, heavily reliant on alliances happening in the volatile gray zone. The path's job is not to win an air war, but to hold the line long enough for its allies to arrive. What do you think? Is the US-Philippines alliance enough to deter China's air ambitions? Let us know in the comments. If you found this analysis insightful, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more in-depth Mythbusters on geopolitics. Would you like me to elaborate on any specific section, such as the details of the Philippine Air Force modernization or the role of the US in the South China Sea dispute?